over the years, we've seen a rapid increase in the number of large pharmaceutical companies that have come here to the greater Boston area, attracted to these smaller companies and the intellectual property that they're developing. These large companies like AstraZeneca or Pfizer, they come here, they partner with the smaller companies, sometimes acquire the smaller companies, then also bring along a biomanufacturing function as well. So there's a biomanufacturing as well as R&D function, making this a complete bench to bedside environment where you can go from R&D all the way through to therapy development and production.
So the life science buildings that support this research are basically have much more infrastructure than a typical office building. So what does that mean? You need more power to support a bigger HVAC system. You need higher ceiling heights to get that air flow. You need more vertical transportation from a loading perspective because materials are coming in and out. It's just much more of a controlled environment than a typical office building, and the infrastructure that goes into providing that environment is beefier than what you would see in an office building.
There's the leasing professionals that help them determine what space they need and how to go about the market to acquire the space. Then there's the design folks, right? So the architects, the engineers, the project managers that help them program their space. And then third, and probably most important, is the developer, owner, operator of their life science building, of their lab building, who ensures that the building supports their science, but also for landlords with scale that can become true partners. They really help these companies with their first home and then a path to expansion as they continue to grow their company.
Well, as landlords who focus on life science, it's not just about operating a building. It's not just collecting rent and making sure the electricity is on. It's a much different role in the life sciences industry. It's a mission-critical environment. It's a highly technical environment. So the role the landlord plays is maintaining the operational integrity of the building. That is paramount to every tenant we're involved in. Secondly, the industry has evolved over time. They're much more collaborative than they used to be, hence the desire to move to clusters. So we're really curators of an innovation environment. We're activating spaces, we're enabling optionality, we're actually allowing visitors to come into the space, partner with tenants, but not actually compromise their corporate security. So it's a balance between security and activation that we maintain every day.
Innovation, the tools and techniques are constantly evolving, and I can, think of numerous examples where our customers, our clients have had to reconfigure space on a fairly rapid, recurring basis to be able to keep up with technology. And as a landlord, that has an impact. It has an impact to the base building that you're creating. But the fundamental question is, how are we responding to their needs for resources?
Yeah, so I think the easiest analogy is comparing it to office, right? So an office tenant and their relationship with their landlord is one of convenience. And so if their HVAC system doesn't work, or if the power goes out, or the janitorial doesn't show up, it's inconvenient for them, and it causes some management stress. Life science is much more critical. The real estate supports their research, right? And so if there's a problem with HVAC or janitorial or anything like that, they're much more impacted. And it could do a lot more damage to an organization, and as such, they take their decision-making much more seriously.
Three ways Biomed Realty develops new lab space and positions it for our users in the industry is, first of all, using our existing space. Second-gen space that has been passed by another tenant and can be positioned to a new tenant. It's typically 9 to 12 months to get them in. Lab conversions, on the other hand, are the second best in terms of time and efficiency. If the office building satisfies a number of safety, engineering requirements that we explore, that's usually 12 to 24 months from start to finish. And then, of course, ground-up development, 5-year planning horizon, start to finish, which usually has a 18 to 36-month construction period inside that.